There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna lead together.
Oh,
There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
I just think it's a little inappropriate for people to lock people indoors in order to sow a seed. The seed comes from the fruit. And for some that sit in the audience, their fruit may not be in season, meaning they ain't got the funds, sir. Leave them people alone and let them get their message and go on about their day without you counting their pockets. That's crazy. Locking the doors. I said close the doors. Like, I would feel intimidated as hell in that church. There would have been some furniture moving, some pews moving in that hole. Talking about some close the doors. There's $40,000. I need $40,000 by the end of the day. Excuse me, so do I. Like, what are we talking about?
Now, Marvin, come to the front. Marvin Sapp, report to the main office. Come to the front. Now, why did you lock your congregation for a $20 fee? You dead wrong, Marvin. You is dead wrong. Locking the doors to your congregation for a $20 seed. You held them people hostage for a $20 seed. Then you turned around and told the people on the pulpit they had to pay a $100 seed. You sitting there hustling the folks. Did God really talk to you? I don't think God really spoke to you when you said that. Because this is the reason why people don't want to come to church today. Because they feel like the church is money hungry. You dead wrong, Marvin. Because if it was me, I would have found the basement. In that basement, I would have found the nearest exit and rolled on up out of that damn church. And then when I would have got home, what I would have did is call my bank and disputed every transaction that I made to that church as fraudulent. Because you won't be out here hustling moi. Out here hustling the poor folks for $20. You wrong. You wrong. If I was the people in that congregation, I would have not returned back to that church. Never, ever. Some of y'all church folks is dead wrong. Y'all be wrong. Especially these big time pastors and preachers. Y'all be dead wrong. Whoo, child.
Marvin fucking Sapp, bring that ass here, boy. Listen, did this motherfucker say close the doors? Bitch, close what door? Give what 20? What about give what I can give? Bitch, you don't tell me what to give. Hold up, here's the kicker. What about him telling the motherfuckers in the pulpit, y'all put y'all $20 away, y'all got to pay more. It costs to sit up here. What the fuck you mean I got to pay to sit in the fucking pulpit? Bitch, fuck you, fuck this church, and fuck the pulpit. Fuck, boy, your fat ass. The fuck wrong with you talking some $20 per person? Close the doors. Close, bitch, I wish the fuck, man. And if y'all continue to support this motherfucker after he just did this shit, if you continue to go to this man's sanctuary, y'all is in a fucking cult at this point. At this point, it's a cult. It's a fucking cult. Bitch talking about never would have fucking made it. Bitch, I never would have motherfucking paid it. Fuck is you talking about? Fucking 40,000 fucking dollars. Bitch, you ain't fucking hungry. You ain't wanting for nothing. You got a fucking mega church.
To Marvin Sapp, you would have never made them 40,000 off of me. I guarantee you, you would have never made it. Okay, I would have told the whole congregation. As a matter of fact, that table that the Holy Communion sits on, that would have been all over your ushers if they wouldn't move out my damn way. Because what you mean, lock the doors? That's kidnapping. Since when do we got to pay you to preach? Like, I understand sowing the seed, but I seen somebody on there say, is the ground fertile? Because, yeah, what? I guarantee you would have saw everything that was wrong with me. Yeah, sure would have. Because absolutely not. I know God ain't wake your behind up and tell you to do that to them people. I know he didn't tell you. That was not part of the word. Okay, y'all, at this point, y'all making up your own Bible and words and shit. Because absolutely not. Yeah, I only take 4 quarters of church anyways because I don't understand why is it 6 offerings in one sermon. We haven't even ate yet. We on the third offering? Absolutely not. Yeah, I take 4 quarters every time to my give from the heart. Yeah, I'm finna give from the bottom of my purse. 1 quarter for this offering, 1 quarter for the next offering. Absolutely not. I gave you all I could give. You gonna judge me? That's what I thought. Y'all is crazy. Stop letting these people play in y'all face. Cause baby, it would have took the whole choir to get me off of you if you want to lock me in that damn church. I'm telling you that right now.
To lock those people up in that church until they pay? And you said 40,000? First of all, you know what? Let's go through the clip.
I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
He didn't ask, he demanded. Ushers, close the doors. I'm thinking, isn't this a fire hazard? And I thought the church doors are always open. You know what?
It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Ain't no way.
Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here.
Wait a minute. This man said, I want 20 from y'all down there. And then I know the people online watching were like, whoo, he ain't talking about us. No, he pointed at y'all. He said, y'all could pay up to $20. And then to turn around and be like, the people behind me, y'all not safe. Y'all got to pay to sit up here.
That's what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm going to have y'all come to the altar and give it because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come.
I don't know if it's the fact that you're demanding people to do things. You're snapping at people because who are you snapping at? And then the fact that y'all can't leave. Yeah, I would have caused a riot. And I know y'all saw Pastor Russell with the blue suit on in the back pull out his wallet like, ain't no way this man's making me. Ain't no way.
Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000.
Now, you know we got to talk. We got to talk because I have questions, concerns, thoughts, all that. Because what the heck is going on?
Hello, you guys. This Marvin Sapp guy is ridiculous for holding people hostage. This is straight up kidnapping. But y'all, listen to this. This is the backstory of why these people on these tiki-talkies are blowing up today. In July 2024, Marvin Sapp preached at the 109th Pentecostal Assemblies of the World Convention in Baltimore, Maryland. Towards the end, Sapp goes on to talk about paying $2,000 to get his ordination and licensing renewed. How am I going to preach up here and not lead by example? Marvin said. Leadership leads and they understand the cost that is involved. After telling the congregation the story, he goes on to tell the ushers in the church to close the door multiple times, as you guys see in these clips. Then he tells the convention there are 1,000 of them in the sanctuary and 1,000 watching online. So he challenges everyone to donate $20 in order to raise $40,000. He then challenges the preachers to donate $100, saying it costs to sit up here with me. Some have taken issues with a particular moment when I instructed the ushers rather firmly to close the doors during the offering to those unfamiliar with the church context or who may not regularly attend worship gatherings. This has been misinterpreted as holding people hostage as well as offensive. That was never my intent. To further, the truth is when finances are being received in any worship gathering, it is one of the most vulnerable and exposed times for both the finance, and security teams. Movement during this scared exchange can be distracting and at times even risky. My directive was not about control, it was about creating a safe, focused, and reverent environment for those choosing to give and for those handling the resources. However, many people on social media are claiming Sapp held the church members hostage and say they would have left the service. Oh my God. Okay, so here's um oh my gosh. This is crazy, y'all. I'm gonna try to find yeah. So that's the backstory. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I've been to church and I have never seen the pastor say close the doors while giving offering and then telling people to give a certain amount. Never heard that. And this man was arrested. Good for him. Because that's you're not supposed to do that. The door should be open at all times. It's not a security risk. What do y'all guys think about this story? Have a great day, YouTube.
Why y'all on this app acting shocked? The man told y'all already. Y'all ain't listen to what he said. He said, when everyone else around me could only see the worst in me, he saw the best in me. Y'all know why they saw the worst in him? Because he right here locking people up in the church until they get $40,000. Come on now, y'all. Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it. Marvin Sapp. Come on now. You a man of God and you locking people in the church till you get $40,000. Y'all, he never would have made it if I was in there. He never would have made it if I was in that church house. How you gonna make me give you something? Come on now, this is the Lord's house. You know, this is what? Y'all, these people in these churches, they doing more and more, y'all. They doing more and more. People of God, you know, be the main one talking about everybody else, but people of God doing this type of stuff and it's acceptable. It's okay. He know he was wrong, y'all. I don't care how y'all try to sugarcoat it for that man. How you gonna lock somebody in the church until they gonna make them have some money that they don't got? Does he not see what's going on in the economy and how we all, you know, having to put back a pack of meat that costs $17.50 to get one that costs $17.45? Baby, Marvin, you know you wrong. Now you better go and repent and ask God to forgive you so you can make it where you need to go. Thank y'all for sipping a little more tea with Auntie. Bye, y'all.
Child, Marvin Sapp never would have made it. It be them folks in the church be the most demonic people. You know, I really would like to see who was all out there, like, in the audience. Because if nobody got up, baby, the community is beyond saving. If nobody got up and let that man say what he said and didn't have y'all fucked up, I'ma know something about black folks. I'm going to know something about black folks. And they said he got arrested for it, like, on some page. I don't know if that's real or not. But if it is, like, obviously somebody had to report that. But, baby, let that have been me sitting in a pulpit when he was saying that bullshit. I would have screamed loud as hell, like, ha! Bitch, you got me fucked up. Save my people, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I only go to church on Easter. But aren't the doors to the church supposed to stay open? Because I remember hearing a quote saying the doors to the church are always open. Baby, Marvin Sapp congregation better than me. Let that man would have told them to lock them doors and demanded some money out of me. I never would have paid it. He would have had me fucked up. Also, I grew up in church, and my father was a pastor. Still is. He's pastoring right now. But I never understood giving tithes and tenths. like I throw a little dollar in the collection plate or whatever. I don't mind throwing a dollar in, but giving the church a tenth of my earnings, I just never seen me doing that and never understood why people do that. And maybe y'all can help me understand. So let's say I've gave tithes every Sunday, like faithfully. And now I get to a point in life, because, you know, this economy, life can get hard. And now I'm no longer able to pay my tithes or tenths. I don't really know the word for it. Y'all can correct me on that too in the comments. So let's say I fell upon hard times and I can't pay it. Am I able to go to the pastor of the church and be like, hey, pastor, times is hard. I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. I need a donation from the church. Is the pastor then going to provide the money I need? Because keep in mind, I've been paying tithes faithfully every Sunday. Or is he just going to pray for me? But I do understand that paying tithes, it is a tax write-off. So that's one benefit. But again, does the church take care of the congregation with the tithes or tenths? I don't know. Maybe y'all can enlighten me. I never understood that. Or are the tithes and tenths like going towards a down payment to get in heaven? Because if it's going to make sure I get in, then yeah, I understand.
People be too non-confrontational for me. That's what I got to say. Because there's no way in hell my pastor is about to keep me hostage until he get $40,000. Talking about the ushers go seal the door. I will knock one of these ushers out in the name of Jesus in here. What are y'all talking about right now? This be the problem with churches. It's money-based. It's not here to help you or give you spirituality or to uplift you or none of that. Pastors are pimps and goddamn con men. And I realized that as a legit because my mama's side of my family is all Christian-y. I grew up, my grandma was a pastor, great-grandma was a pastor and all that. But they was the ones to do it right. Like, they not going to go buy Gucci suits and BMWs and all that. So then when you see a pastor who doing that, you like, bruh, he's scamming y'all. Y'all be so dumb just listening to what people say and believe everything somebody tell you that you can't read the red flag. Let Marvin Sapp have came to my family church talking about, yeah, we about to lock the doors down and seal it up until y'all get 40,000. Marvin Sapp would have been on a shirt in the name of Jesus.
The other day, Pastor Marvin Sapp held a whole building of church members hostage until they paid him $40,000. You out your righteous mind, I would have sang right on up out of there. It's the fact that he really lock the doors. Lock the doors. Hello, some people go to church just to talk to God about poverty. Why are you holding them people hostage trying to make them give you money? In my opinion, I feel like there's big misconceptions about pastors' connections with God. Not everybody who is a pastor at a church right now is meant to be a pastor. In my opinion, if you're very devoted and very strong in your faith, you can have the same connection with God at home that you would have at church. But holding these people hostage is crazy. Let's take a look at this.
Thousands of you, I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
I don't know. In my opinion, the whole scenario is mad weird. Comment and let me know your opinions. Like this video and follow me. Let's talk about some more shit.
This is what's crazy. Marvin Sapp will ask 2,000 people to sow $20. We cry. Beyonce will ask 50,000 people to sow $1,000, and we comply.
I saw the video that's been going around TikTok about Marvin Sapp and how he locked in his congregation until they handed over $40,000. The audacity and nerve of so many of these mega church pastors. And you think that God can't see what you're doing? Who locks people in a building and refuses to let them out until they give over money? That sounds like a criminal action. That doesn't sound like the action of a loving pastor. And you wonder why so many of us have walked away from churches. Organized religion is such a scam in this country. I love God. I always have and I always will. But the churches, that's a whole nother jar of worms that we don't even want to open. They're never held accountable for any of their actions. It's sickening.
Hello, my followers. Yes, Marvin Sapp, fat ass, got arrested by the FBI. That's what I'm talking about, my black people. That's what I'm talking about. And let me say this. I'm not saying all black churches are bad. That's not my platform here. I think growing up in the church, even the indoctrinated church, made me a better person. But I had people in my life that encouraged me to get the fuck on out, to do better, to go places. So I traveled the world. But I can't say my church enabled or encouraged me to do anything that I do. That's why I'm saying our church has a missing link in it. I'm not saying that's not things that we learn in this church, but right now our church is political, which it shouldn't be, and money motivated, which it shouldn't be. Now, don't get me wrong. Back in my day, church was still money motivated. But now churches is becoming a whole mega money machine. And this is not of God or for God or about God. And we need to know that. Our churches still is not changing the literature. And this is the problem with our black churches. If I black church, you know, when I went to college, on one of my things I had to do religion literature. And I had to do my thesis in that. So I did my thesis on the black biblical people of the Bible. So I asked my mom, I said, Mama, who's black in that Bible that you be reading and you serving? She says, nobody never told us that. My mom is Baptist, guys, Southern Baptist. You know, I don't even think a lot of people know the different denominations for as our churches. Baptist was supposed to be the high class black people. The Pentecostals, the ones that show out and show their ass. Well, if I was in any of those, I'd probably be Pentecostal, and the Methodist was in between both of those things. Just to let y'all know, because I asked my southern mom and she didn't know the answer. So, you know, just FYI. But my thing is, in these churches, you got a lot of things going on, and it's for as people are attending church and it's down. And I keep saying to my mom, I said, Mom, the problem with your church is because I'm not those denominations. In my travel, when you learn better, you do better. And that's what I decided to do. I said, if they change the Baptist scripture and they start educating our kids on the real parts of the Bible that was left out, we'll probably get more people in those pews. Not only that, if we start teaching our kids financial responsibility, home ownership, and generational wealth, perhaps we'll go somewhere. And also, a lot of these Southern Baptists in this community, guys, you know I'm in South Carolina now, it's in these hick areas. If y'all ever been down here, Edgefield, South Carolina, McCormick, South Carolina, Lincoln, Georgia, Washington, Georgia, these people has never left the surroundings. They might have went on vacation for a day or two to the Bahamas on a goddamn boat. They might have been to the beaches, to Florida, maybe. But for them to actually leave out of the damn United States and see something different, our churches is not doing that. But they're asking for all this money. But where did this money go? Oh, it's for the building fund. It's for this bullshit. Oh, we had a leak in the ceiling. No, okay. But none of this money is allocated really for the people in that church. My mom has had cancer for a while. And I could count on my damn hand how much money that they done gave to help my mom out from her church. And she is, you know, these Southerners, they love their church, baby. They live and breathe their goddamn church. But their church don't live and breathe for them. Then when they die, they got to pay a damn fee to be buried, most of us. I don't believe in that either, but that's going to be another goddamn video for me. But our black churches need to start doing things differently with our kids. Now, back in my day, I can say my church would take us different places. They did. But now, the only thing I'm seeing from black churches is false prophecies. I'm seeing people thinking they should serve a man because that's indoctrination. I'm seeing people don't understand tithes and offering. Tithes and offering, if you really go and do your literature on religion, that can be me taking care of the sick in the church. That could be me cleaning up in the church. That could be me helping the homeless in the area. It could be a whole host of things, but we done narrow it down to you got to give us money. How do these goddamn churches feel you asking a person who making 20 and 30 goddamn $1,000 to get 10% of their goddamn income? In a house or a trailer that's barely goddamn $20,000 itself. But you living in a goddamn 4 or 5 acre land in a house that's probably at least $200,000 to $300,000. You driving a Mercedes, a BMW, Cadillacs, and I don't mean the old ones. But you asking those same people who live in paycheck for paycheck to pay your motherfucking bills. Make that make some sense to me. But then we don't want to teach the real literature for our kids to be self-aware and have the willpower and the foresight to understand that we can really lift ourselves up. But lifting ourselves up has nothing to do with a man and what he's saying to me. Lifting yourself up is about what you got within you. And being able to manipulate and control that and make that thing responsible. Healing self is the way to religion. Healing self is how you heal any and everything about you and heal your generations to come. But are we preaching that in these goddamn black churches? No, we are not. We in there talking about who got the newest car, who got the goddamn newest purse, iPhone, shoes. How is that making a motherfucking difference in my community? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this shit. But until then, y'all know what I always say. I'll be over here with my goddamn candles, talking to my deities from my goddamn ancestors who I'm on their back of. And I'm going to search within myself to get my goddamn answer because it's there. Everything biblical is within us. It's within us. Guys, it's been taken away from us. We are very powerful people. If you're melanated, you got it. If you melanated, it's there. But it's about tapping into it, guys. Tapping into it ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be quick. It ain't going to be fast. And it can be very lonely. Because the hardest part for us to heal is that little person that we was. The harder part is for us to cleanse. It's all the stuff that's not good within ourselves. First, we got to be aware of it. We have to acknowledge it. We have to accept that is a part of us. And we have to clean that up. Once you do all of that, baby, you're going to find out. This is not about a man in a pulpit. It's about what's in your soul. And yeah, thank you guys. Marvin Sapp has been goddamn arrested because he's not a clean vessel, babies. He's not the deity that you guys think he is. So for that, I say thank you, guys. Y'all keep on asking questions. Y'all keep on standing up. Y'all keep on speaking out. Y'all have a great morning.